Good morning to my A Game family. Much love to you guys. Hope you're having a very outstanding day, productive day. You're up and at it, you know, showing appreciation for yourself, your family, um, being men and women of for progress, not just in word but in deed and in influence. And my name is Ronan Martin, Ronan Agent 317 to some, and I want to get some things off my chest. So this might be a ramble, who knows, but business first. Use the code Ronin10, and that'll be your passport into an optimum lifestyle that we renown as A Game. We talk about your vitality, your strength, your focus, and libido. And tomorrow's my A Game, and I'm looking forward to it. But today, I want to get to the meat of this conversation. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and this is like my 12th take in trying to get this off my head because there's a lot on my mind. Number one, I want to preface this by saying we need to be mindful of what we allow ourselves to listen to or surround ourselves by. Because I admit I allowed a lot of toxicity to fester, and it did affect not just my thinking but my speech. And sending a formal apology to my peers, I had to look back and say and understood I said some things that were unbecoming of who I am and what we're about. And first and foremost, I want to say anyone who wants to believe that we were meant to be average is full of shit. I had to look in the mirror this morning, took a shower, and I was hoping to get a lot of this weight off my mind. And I had to look and remind myself of who the fuck I was. This wasn't just the clinical depression or the PTSD or the stress brought about by individuals closest to me. Excluding anybody in the A-Game family because they've been more than helpful and with a lot of conversations like rewarding. It's more than the gaslighting, it's more than the passive aggressive goofiness and the lack of respect from those who you once held dear. I had to look at it for what it was. The way things are, as they are, it's part of a test. If you're part of the A-Game lifestyle, if you're looking to become the best version of yourself, you need to be open and honest and look at what the hell's going on. You're going to be tested. Those people were put there to test your commitment to the mission. How true to you are you to this? If you really believe yourself to be a phoenix or a phony. And I admit, I took a standing 8 count because for some reason, I've heard in this space often and even offline, either you're average at best or there's nothing wrong with being average. And I say that's some bullshit. That's a motherfucking lie. I am not an average guy. Many of us are not average. Many of us are intelligent. Many of us are creative. Many of us are artists, as I draw, or I love art, and getting reacquainted with my first love, that is art. Many of us are capable of great things. But when we made that prayer, either in public or by ourselves, that I want to be better, I want to be the best even beyond my limited ceiling that I see for myself. You can't get upset when your prayer is being answered. You're going to go through a lot of trials, and you're going to walk through the valley. You might lose a shoe. You might lose your way. You might get discouraged. You might start getting delirious and tired and angry and pissed off. At some points, I admit I've experienced those things. And you have to have that needed dialogue with yourself. Sometimes you're going to have that negative conversation. And when you allow it to have the driver's seat, you can't complain about hitting the rocks, plowing through grass unnecessarily, straying away from the road of forward progress and evolution. But see, you have to have the testicular fortitude or the ovarian fortitude to elbow the fuck out of your negative self. Take back the steering wheel and get back on the road with redemption. The past few days, I've been mired in my own thinking. And a lot of times when you allow yourself to drift off in that direction, that can really allow the seeds of doubt to grow. Your fear will feed them doubts. And that is a crop you do not want to reap. So this is my declaration in raising the fields of failure. I'd rather have you call me any other things other than fucking average or anything similar to that. Because those are words that have buried many a man and woman, along with their dreams, along with the expectations, along with the gifts that they were God-given, and have gone to waste and spoiled because of the perception of ourselves. Thankfully, and I want to send a salute to my OG, Father's Time. Thankfully, words do resonate. Thankfully, I have a great set of peers, like Sheep Stay Sleep, like my brother the Bishop, like the Crimson Cure, Ebo Sosa, Young Manhood Channel, Shango, The Underrated Darkness, Third Ward, Chickadee, Bronze Dipped, Ray Clemens, Bucket 88, Beautifully Animated, and a myriad more who are outright rooting for you to be better than you see right now. My message today is endure the storm. You've had certain conditions put upon you. You've been put in certain places in life to test your resolve, to strengthen your will, and to show you not just the world but yourself how resilient you were meant to be. If anyone dares to call you average or put you in a box that is unbecoming or unfitting for you, the way you do this is to stand up and move forward anyhow, in spite of them, in spite of your negative self. I want my brothers and sisters to understand that you are the change that was meant to be here. You were the statistic that wasn't supposed to happen, but thankfully you did. And as a minute reminder to myself as well, sometimes you gotta listen to the things you say. Be a better steward of not just your time, but your conversation. Because if you're not careful, you can talk yourself out of great opportunities. You can talk yourself out of the influence of powerful people. Or you can literally talk yourself into an early grave. It's not that death is inevitable, but the last thing you need to do is speak it into your life before it's time. When I say fuck the shit out of your purpose, that means make good on your time. Go hard or go home. But before then, prepare yourself to do what you need to do, to be the best you were meant to be, to speak life into others. But beforehand, speak life into yourself. You're only a lame if you choose to cripple yourself by your conversation and your thoughts. I hope that helps my peers. I know I have a whole lot to work on as I'm new, not just to this YouTube space, but definitely to this A-game renaissance. Because you can expect a lot of homework, but nothing's stopping you from being a valedictorian in this. I believe in you guys, and I believe in myself. And for those who are still a great influence in my life to this day, you guys, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for being the pillars that I needed to stand on, or stand with. Because every pillar out here does need maintenance. In order to uphold a standard, to hold the line. Don't get upset at the fact you might be weary. Be upset at the fact if you choose to drop your shield and walk away. Because this is a spiritual war. And you will get cuts. You will lose people. You will lose a little ground. But remember the mission and you. And the memory of you when you pass the baton to a better tomorrow. That matters. That's what's worth fighting for. To the last breath. But as always, never let your comfort zone become your coffin.